YouTube world? It's your girl here, back at it again with another video. What's up YouTube world? It's your girl back at it again with another video. Today we're going to be discussing 6-ish healthy habits I use to maintain my figure. I've been wanting to make this video for quite some time now. You guys are always sliding into my DMs or commenting and you want to know my workout plan or my diet. And I have to say, I don't really follow a diet, so to speak. I do work out pretty diligently, but even when I'm not working out as often as I should be, there are around 6 or 7 things that I do like on a regular basis that I use to maintain my figure. I mentioned it in some of my other videos that I am studying kinesiology. I am due to graduate in the spring, which is really exciting. Hopefully we are still able to have like a live graduation ceremony because that's something I'm really looking forward to. I also run track and field at my institution, and so some of these things are like scientifically proven and things that I've studied in my textbooks, but also some of them are just things that I do and I notice work for me. I'm not saying that everything will work for everybody. Nutrition is ever changing, and I hope that someone can watch this video in 10 years from now and some of these things will still be relevant. Now, I know you guys saw that anomaly that manifested. Somebody please get Ghost Adventures in here. This is day 2 of a mandatory shelter in place due to COVID-19, but these are tips that you can implement in your life, whether you have access to a gym or whether you are stuck at home for the time being like me. So without further ado, here are 6 healthy habits I use to maintain my figure. The first tip I have for you guys, and these are in no particular order, is to always keep healthy food in the house. I think that if you have a nice stock of food, there's less temptation to go out and get fast food, junk food, or just eat dessert for dinner. And I'm not necessarily saying to meal prep all of your food, but it's just a good rule of thumb to have food that you can make meals with on deck. The second tip I have for you guys is to avoid empty calories as much as possible. Empty calories come from items like sodas, juice, chips, condiments, things like that, where they provide extra calories but don't really serve any nutritional value. So by cutting these items out of your life, you save yourself some calories and you eliminate some added sugar. In the health world, there is one condiment that is pretty safe to use, which is mustard, because if done right, it should really only have 3 or 4 ingredients. If you know me in real life, I'm obsessed with mustard. I will eat it out of the package, so thumbs up if you like mustard. The third thing I do to maintain my figure is I don't let more than 3 days pass without working out. There is a threshold of about 2 to 3 days depending on if you're a NARP, a non-athletic regular person, or like someone who works out religiously or an athlete. If you don't work out that much, I would say don't let 2 days pass without working out. This is because you'll tend to lose muscle mass faster than someone who works out on a daily basis, but even still, I do not let 3 days pass without working out. I notice that after this 3rd day, I just feel sluggish and gross, and so I don't let 3 days pass without working out, and I notice that this helps tremendously in maintaining my figure. Listen up and listen good, folks, because tip number 4 I have not shared with anybody before. One thing that I do before I do cardio that I notice has a tremendous impact on how flat I can get my stomach is, and you can't tell anybody, I eat citrus before I do cardio. You heard that right, guys. I eat citrus before I do cardio, and my citrus of choice is grapefruit, but really you can have oranges, you know, throw some lemon in your water, that might work. So citrus can help your body burn stored fat. They help reduce inflammation, and also they're high in fiber, which will make it feel like you have more energy. Also, I tend to eat citrus before cardio because it's not super heavy and it won't make me feel sick. My 5th tip is an oldie but a goodie, and this is going to be to, you guessed it, drink your water. The amount of water you should drink is dependent on a lot of factors, but mostly your sweat rate and how active you are throughout the day. A common recommendation is 8 cups of water, 64 ounces, but again, this is really just dependent on your lifestyle and varies from person to person. I know for us athletes, when we intake our water in relation to when our game starts or when our event starts is very important. So that is just all dependent on when your game is, what time your practice is, things like that. As a general rule of thumb, I like to drink water as soon as I wake up in the morning and throw it right into my water tracker. This just helps keep me inspired for the rest of the day and really keeps me motivated to meet whatever my water intake goal is for the day. When I have a track meet or I'm more active, I tend to drink more water than when I'm kind of just like right now when I'm in quarantine. There has been countless studies about how drinking water ad libitum does not necessarily work, so just keep that in mind and find which amount of water intake works best for you and your lifestyle. Okay, and my last and final tip is not to necessarily count calories, but know what you're eating. I do keep a calorie counter on my phone, but this is more just to look at the nutritional value of what I'm eating to make sure that I meet all of my goals for the day. For example, if I'm trying to get in all of my nutritional values for the day, maybe I don't want to have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for lunch if I had avocado toast for breakfast, just because those are both fats. Just kick flipping off of the last tip, this is kind of like a 7th-ish tip, but in my world, cheat days are not really a thing. Cheat meals, sure. Cheat items, yeah, cheat days don't really work for me. I know in some diets you can cheat, eat whatever you want all weekend. That's just not something that's realistic in my life. All this kind of ties back into knowing the nutritional makeup of what you're eating. So for example, if I'm eating a burrito for lunch, I might not want a burger and fries for dinner. Now granted, I'm a vegan and I've heard a lot of people say that my cheat meals are like what they regularly eat, but I think this is a good tip that really anyone can use. It's important to know what you're eating and seek a variety of nutrients from a variety of whole foods throughout the day. Also, with the whole COVID-19 pandemic outbreak situation going on, please make informed decisions, don't make insensitive comments, and use your best judgment in all situations at all times. Knowing that I could potentially be putting my grandma at risk was enough to keep me at home, and trust me, I know these flight deals are looking good, but just take care of yourself and take care of your family and really just be safe out there. So those are all the tips that I have for today. Look at me put my degree to good use. But in all seriousness, if you have any questions or specific topics you want me to discuss in another video, feel free to comment down below. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe, turn on push notifications, and follow your girl on Instagram. I will shamelessly plug my Instagram for as long as possible. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Bye!